My name is Judas St. Clair, and I have traveled across the land searching far and wide for one question. What would the cast of The Walking Dead's partner Pokemon be? Now, for this criteria, I have kind of, put a little restrictions on. One, no legendaries. Nobody gets a legendary in my house. Sorry, that's just how I'm operating. And that's about it. Without further ado, let me get into the nitty gritty. Let me get into the meat of it. All right, let's go. Rick Grimes. Rick was a little bit of a tough one. Not going to lie. I ended up, and I know I'm probably going to get a little flack for it, but Lucario. Why? Because Lucario was strong, Lucario is fast, and not only that, he's got something worth fighting for. Go on to Lori Grimes. I actually asked my fiance for advice on this one, and I ended up giving her a Persian. Why? Because my fiance said so, and I didn't really have much of an idea for Lori, honestly. But Persian is a cat, you know, and that's it. Lori got a cat. Michonne now. I don't know if you'll agree with me on this, but I gave her an Aegislash. Sword, shield, you know, it kind of embodies Michonne's character. She can protect, but she can attack. All right, Morgan. Morgan was a little bit of a tough one, and I really sat and thought about it for a minute. I said to myself, hey Judas, what will Morgan have as a Pokemon? And I said, you know what, Judas? I've got you. And then I decided on the Alolan Morowak. Don't know if I'm saying Morowak.
Morowak.
The Alolan version that has like the fucking stick with the fire on the end. I was thinking back to, like, you know, in the first game in Pokemon Red, you find a Morowak who had lost their child and, you know, became a little wild of it. And I was thinking to myself, you know, that kind of sums up Morgan. All right, we're moving on to Shane. Shane, he gets an Exploud. Why? Because he's loud and doesn't do really much. Andrea, I gave a Lopunny. It just kind of fit. And for her sister Amy, I gave her a Roselia. In my mind, Amy had a Roselia until she died, and then Andrea actually took the Roselia. So Andrea has a Lopunny and a Roselia for her Pokemon team. Dale gets a Mr. Mime. Why? Because I think about him on that RV. He's just sitting there watching this fucking watch. I guess that's because it's in the name, watch. But he's just up there. He's vibing, and he's got a fucking Mr. Mime right beside of him. That's Dale. T-Dog I gave a Beedrill because I was just thinking to myself. I was like, you know, imagine T-Dog with a Beedrill. He'd fucking murder. Merle. That brings me to Merle. Gave Merle a Houndoom. Why? Because I think it just fits him perfectly. It's dark, fire type. He burnt off. I imagine this scene in the series where Merle, he has to cut his hand off, but instead of using the gas fire burner to do it, he actually has his Houndoom toast his own fucking arm so he can cauterize the shit. Daryl was a tough one. But I ended up giving Daryl a Decidueye. It kind of speaks for itself once I thought of it. I'm like, okay, Decidueye, the Archer Pokemon. I could 100% see Daryl using that. And Carol. Carol starts off with a Dino in the first season, but it quickly evolves to a full-blown Hydreigon by the third season. Or at least by after they kind of leave the prison. And yeah, this has been my list for what Pokemon the cast of The Walking Dead would have. A few highlights from this is, you know, I could see Rick's Lucario and Shane's X-Cloud in the second season when they're at Herschel's farm. I could 100% see them going at it in a field. I feel like that would be an awesome battle to witness. Also, seeing Morgan be set up like alone in Rick's hometown, and set all those traps alone and kind of be holed up with his Morlock. That would be awesome to see. Dale in the fields during season 2, when he's getting attacked by zombies. I could see him trying to fight his Mr. Mime trying to protect him, and kind of like, you know, just kind of build a wall for the zombie, but eventually one sneaks up behind him and just rips him open still. So like all the same beats would be in the stories, but if list some of the characters from The Walking Dead that you see below, or that you want to see below, and I'll partner them up with Pokemon. Or if you have any suggestions, let me know. Yeah, this has been a video by Judas St. Clair. I hope you like The Walking Dead. I hope you like Pokemon, and I hope you like this video. Have a good night.